You bet. Happy New Year to you, Amanda, and Happy New Year to everyone out there. And I want to thank my emailers and all my friends and customers for 2010, and I am ready for 2011. Let's bring it on.
All right. Well, we'll start with Don in Atlantic. I have 3 big leaf hydrangeas, and I planted them over 10 years ago. They bloomed well for several years, but they have progressively bloomed less, and now they don't bloom at all. What can I do to get them blooming again?
Well, you know, it's a great question, you know, and it seems a little funny to bring that up this time of the year, but this is what Get Growing's about. We're going to keep them educated year-round, and to get his answers right now, Don, your hydrangeas, relax, you're going to be fine. Hopefully you didn't cut them back. Hydrangeas don't like to be cut back in the fall, and I like to see hydrangea food go on them, you know, in April, May, when the frost comes out of the ground, Amanda, and you just stay with it. And hopefully they're in some semi-shade, not direct sunlight. So this is some things you can take a look at now. And if you have to transplant come May, or April, May, that's fine. But keep some loving acid on them. Mirror acid's a good one. Hydrangea food out there. And don't cut them back in the fall. Hopefully you hadn't done that. And you know, a little mulch in the fall is good for them. But you're going to be fine.
All right. Sounds good. Jill from Urbandale. How can I make sure my poinsettia looks great even after the holidays are over?
Well, you know, that question's already been asked to me in the store. And the first thing I want to say is make sure you don't overwater it. Maybe it came with a fancy, you know, sleeve around it. Make sure you put a little slit in it. Make sure you have a saucer under there so the water doesn't get all over. But overwatering will kill those. And make sure they stay away from a draft. And I don't want them near a heat vent because that can be hard on them. Those can be recycled. So if you're into the recycling, we can even give you that information too. Just contact me, hyvee.com, click on Get Growing, email me, and I'll get some info to you.
Terrific. Thanks,
You
Jerry.
bet.
Michael in Norwalk. Hi, Jerry. I bought oh gosh, help me with that one, Jerry.
Oh, amaryllis bulb? Oh, anthurium.
Anthurium lava
yeah.
rock plant
Sure.
a few years ago. It was in bloom when I bought it, but it's never bloomed again. How can I make it bloom?
Well, an anthurium, you know, I think of Hawaii. That's an anthurium plant. I know of one right now growing in a lava rock. Lava rock. And she's wondering how she can keep it to get rebloomed, right? She needs to get her fertilizer out. But when you use the fertilizer, look at the recommended rate on the back and only use 1/4 of that recommendation on the back, and you feed it only twice a year. And I'll bet you we're going to get that. Place it in some highlight, and that anthurium's going to bloom again. The foliage is probably looking good, but you can't get it to bloom. Okay?
All right. Thanks,
All right.
Jerry. Mary from Marshalltown. We have a Christmas cactus hanging above the kitchen sink. It budded beautifully, but just as the buds were going to open, they fell off. There were a couple of buds that actually bloomed, but after a couple of days, they fell off too. What do we need to do?
Well, I tell you what, I hope that Christmas cactus, is not being moved all over the house. They like their one spot to bloom, and if not, they're touchy. They'll drop their foliage. Keep them in bright light. Obviously, do not overwater them, and you can give them a little fertilizer, and they're going to be fine. But I think the acclimation maybe from here to here, and I have people come in and say, I got great-grandma's cactus blooming and blooming and blooming, and I say, what's your success? Leave it where it is in the home. Don't take it outside either.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Jerry.
You're
And
welcome.
if you want to get a hold of Jerry, we have his information here.
hyvee.com.
That's right.
Click on Get Growing, and there I am. You can look at videos, you can look at anything there, and get them emails to me. That's what it's about.
All right. And we're not done with Jerry yet. He's sticking around to give us some good advice as we plan our gardens this spring. Stick around.
Wonderful.